everybody, it's Mandy Jean from Mandy Jean Chic. It's kind of late, but I wanted to do my February empties, and I didn't really go through a lot of products per se in February. What I ended up doing was I cleaned out some of my stash because I've had some products that I've had for a while, and so I thought it would be kind of nice maybe to clean some of those out. My first product in my bag, I'll just pull them out as I'm doing it, are the Yes to Cucumber Soothing Hyperallergenic Facial Towelettes. These made my skin burn. The only reason I used them up was because I used them when I was swatching and I would just wipe my hand off with them. But they didn't, when I used them, I just didn't like the fact that they burned on my skin, and it wasn't like a tingly, ooh, this is nice kind of burn. It was a, I don't want to use these again kind of burn. So like I said, I mainly use them when I was swiping my swatches or cleaning actually my makeup itself sometimes. Like the outer, you know how sometimes your MAC blushes and your MAC powders, they get kind of messy around there. So I actually use them for that, but I won't repurchase these. I was not impressed with them. I do like the packaging. I like this like recyclable packaging. I think that that's cool because I try to save the earth one makeup towelette packet at a time, but I didn't like them, and I definitely would not reuse them. If you do like these though, and they don't bother your skin, I've heard that they're awesome, but I didn't appreciate the burn. My next one that's in here is the Revlon Skin Lights Instant Skin Brightening. I've had this for probably, this is gonna sound kind of gross, I've had this for probably 5 years, honestly, and I used it every now and then. It's probably one of the first highlighters that I ever used. I know they don't sell this anymore, at least I don't think they do. If they do, it's probably repackaged by now. But I thought it was a nice product. It gave me nice highlights. It's actually, I used it a bunch and it's still pretty full, but it's just when I squirted it on my hand to make sure it wasn't bad, and it's kind of separated, so I decided to pitch it. But if I found this again, I would probably repurchase this, because it did give me a nice highlight, and it also helped to hydrate my skin too a little bit on my cheekbones where I can get a little dry sometimes. But I would repurchase. The next thing that's in here is the Avon Daring Definition Mousse Mascara, and I think this is actually darkest brown. I bought this when I used to sell Avon like 5 years ago, and I never keep my mascaras for probably more than 6 months to a year because I'm so afraid of bacteria, but I never used it, and it was actually still in the box when I found it about a year ago. I like it. It did thicken, but it didn't lengthen. You know, I don't know if Avon sells this anymore. I've kind of quit using their products, not because they're bad, but just because I just don't feel like ordering and waiting for it to either be shipped or someone to drop it off. But I do know that Avon does have some. The next one in here is the Avon Super Shock Mascara. I did love this. I used the whole tube. I don't know why I kept it, honestly, because it is empty. The brush on this is just awesome. It's really thick, and I mean, you can really get in there. I loved this. It thickened, it lengthened, it did everything that I would want a mascara to do, and I loved it. I probably would repurchase this if I didn't have so many mascaras that I was already using, but if I don't find anything I like as much as this, I probably would repurchase it. What's in here is the, you can tell I used to sell Avon like 5 years ago because I'm finally getting through some of the products that I bought, but the new Advanced All-in-One Max Self-Adjusting Perfecting Lotion. I actually did not use this. My husband did, and I hope he doesn't watch this video because he'll be like mortified, but he actually really liked this, and I ended up finishing it off for him. It's a really nice lotion. I mean, I used it in the morning and after I washed my face before I went to bed. I stayed hydrated, and living in New Mexico, as I've said in my many other videos, that yeah, I get dry, but I like this. I would repurchase this. The last Avon product in here is some Avon mascara that, I'm not kidding you, I don't know why I didn't throw this away because it's that old. I've used it maybe once, like probably 5-6 years ago, so it's just been sitting in my stash, and I'm like, why am I keeping this? But I mean, it's just a brown mascara. Other than the Super Shock mascara, I really don't care for Avon's mascaras. I think that there are a lot better drugstore ones, and the Mag Zoom Lash I'm like in love with right now. The next thing out of here is one that it was by Victoria's Secret that I received, I think, in like a perfume purchase or something a couple years back, and it's called the Sweet Talk Shimmering Up Lip Gloss. I liked this until my husband said to me one day, "Have you been drinking?" I was like, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, no, it's not 5 o'clock yet. No, I'm kidding. And he's like, well, you smell like alcohol. That's real sweet, you know, tell your husband, your husband tells you smell like booze. But it was this, is what I had on. And it has the scent is cherry vanilla, it's cherry vanilla, but the color is called cherry vanilla shimmer. And I am not kidding you, this stuff smells like vanilla schnapps. It smells good, actually, but it does. It smells like an alcohol drink. So I decided that I probably shouldn't wear this in case I ever was pulled over by a cop. And then I had to do the whole sobriety thing, which I've never done a sobriety test, so don't think that because I do this, I've done them before. My husband's a cop. A couple things, other things in here was another Victoria's Secret blush that I bought forever ago, and why I didn't throw it away, I don't know, because honestly, I haven't used it in years. But it's called Sexy Cheeks Mosaic Champagne, the Mosaic Luminous Blush. It was a pretty blush. I mean, I liked it, but it's just, it got old. I mean, it has a pretty color. It was pretty on the skin. It had a nice shimmer to it. I liked it. I wore it a few times, but I just, you know, I never really reached for it, and I'm like, here's a swatch of it. I'm like the worst swatcher ever, so you just have to deal with it. But, you know, I liked it, but I needed to get it out of here, and I've had it for so long, and I guarantee you, you know, some people say, well, makeup doesn't go bad. You know, I think so. I don't think it goes bad per se, but I just think it gets dirty beyond recognition. That's a beauty term. I don't know if it is or not, but like this, it's just got all nasty, and I looked at it one day and so I decided to put it in the Empties bag. So long, Victoria's Secret blush that I actually kind of liked, and I'm sorry I didn't use you more. I have 2 more products in here. The first one, I bought this brand new. I used it once. I am pitching it. I hate it. It is the e.l.f. mascara. One end is waterproof and the other end is just a regular mascara. I have never had a mascara clump my lashes as bad as this did. Both sides, waterproof and regular. Some girls love this, and if they love this, if it was anything other than a mascara, I'd be like, just swatch it with alcohol and I'll give it to you. But I'm just gonna pitch this. I hate it. I used it one more time after I had the whole lash clumping incident, and it did the same thing. It clumped my lashes all together. It didn't lengthen them. I ended up having to literally remove all of my eye makeup because when I went to remove it with just a Q-tip, it like smudged all over my eye, and it was just not a good experience. And a lot of people know that I have a hit or miss love, or I have a love-hate relationship with e.l.f. products. Some of them I love. I think that some of their products are great. Other products like this, they didn't work for me. I just don't like them. The last product I have in here was actually one that I bought on clearance like 6 months ago, and I never opened it. I purchased it, and I was like, because I like the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Sculpting Brush. As you can see, I got it 75% off. This color is covered up by one of those "Don't Steal Me" tags. Hold on, let me see what it is. It doesn't have a color. Oh, duh, it's on the side. Didn't see that. It's called Royal Plum. When I purchased it, I liked it. I have one other one that I use, and it is more of like a cream blush. I am not a huge fan of cream brushes. I like them, but I don't use them as much. But this, oh my gosh, it's so hard to get open. First off, it comes with like one of those little pad things, and if anyone has ever tried to apply cream blush with that, you know it doesn't work. But this is what it looked like when I opened it. It's all dried out and just nasty looking. It's a cool blush. Like, I tried to make it work and like rubbed it on my finger, which is, you know, why it looks all swirly. But I couldn't do it, so I decided to let this go. I think I only paid like $1.90 for it, so you know, I'm not out the normal $5 to $7 that some of these are. Actually, it's CoverGirl, so it's probably like $3 to $5. But so yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this because it's all dry. That is what was in my February empties bag. I am trying my hardest to collect my empties to kind of show you guys the products that I like and didn't like. Unfortunately, this month was more of products I didn't like and I just kind of tossed, or that were too old to be in my stash anymore, that I can't use without, you know, being worried I'm going to break out into hives. So, but I hope you enjoyed it. As always, you know, please subscribe to my videos. I love making the videos. I love editing them. So when I have subscribers that actually watch them, it makes it that much more fun. But you can subscribe to me at Mandy Jean Chic. Also, you can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/MandyJeanChic. I also have Instagram and Twitter, both at Mandy Jean Chic. Also, my favorite that I do, my blog is www.mandyjeanchic.com.